Now we are cooking with gas. Kat got what is the closest thing she gonna get to a dang gone confession. Let's see what she gonna do with it. What's good, y'all? Sugar Sis Erica Vane coming to you right here on Erica Vane TV with another Beyond the Gates video. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button and turn on your bell notifications so you don't miss out on any of my Beyond the Gates content and conversations. And y'all, this is gonna be a breakdown for season 1, episode number 53. And it was so much that happened, including welcome in a new Mr. Ted Richardson, Keith D. Robinson. Thank you. Bravo, sir. This iteration of Ted Richardson has remorse. This iteration of Ted Richardson has levels. This iteration of Ted Richardson has a different cadence and flow, and it's just in full command of the dialogue. The words ain't owning him, and he ain't just communicating them all confidently. Y'all, I was watching this rendition this version of Ted Richardson, and I'm like, oh, maybe Nicole do need to take him back because he's sorry. I ain't all the way there yet, but I think Keith is going to get me there. Y'all, I know there's some of y'all in the comments that's like, no, we went to old Ted back. Y'all just like how that man look. Y'all like how thick his neck is in them turtlenecks, and you like that he fine. But he wasn't giving what needed to be gave in these emotional beats, and we need a man with conviction. We need a man who can wear the shame of disappointing and disrespecting his wife and his family, and then rise from the ashes like a phoenix. Okay, yeah, I'm sleepy, and I'm recording this hella late. Let me just stay focused. No, I did really enjoy Keith's performance in the first episode where he is taking over as Ted Richardson. We get to see the conversation with him and Kat. We get to see him with Bill Hamilton. We get to see him with Andre, and all of those are different. With Andre, there's a comfort, there's an ease, there's an air of he's not going to judge me. He understands, and I put him in a compromising position, right? They meet at Orphe Jeans, and they're able to unpack the day, and he has that moment. With Kat, he is the most vulnerable and most open, and we didn't even see this when it was having an initial conversation with Nicole. So I cannot wait until Keith's Ted is the one who gets to have another conversation with Nicole, because from the stupid ass proclamation down at the damn country club to the very first time that they were talking right after the moment, at their anniversary party, I had felt like he was just so confident, and he was saying the word sorry, but I wasn't feeling sorry. But in today's episode, when we got to watch him explaining or answering Kat's question, basically, which was providing explanation, I felt remorse. I felt like, okay, he's putting more on himself. And while I do still want him to go a little bit deeper, right? Because he's like, he made statements like, I actually wrote it down. Where are my little notes at? I got notes, y'all. He told her, I was missing my wife. I was missing her attention. Your mother needed way more than she gave. I was appalled. Because that's how it goes sometimes. There's ebbs and flows in your relationships. There's ebbs and that's romance or otherwise, right? That's familial, that's platonic. There's ebbs and flows, and depending on where somebody is in their journey, wherever your loved one is, they might need you more than you need them, or vice versa. So to think that at this very low moment, at this particular point where she needed you because she was losing babies, she was losing hope, she was frustrated with her body and felt betrayed by her body, feeling less than and all of that, and because the constant drip of attention, because the adoration that you might have had or felt before, because the joy that was in her eyes or in her mouth wasn't there anymore, now all of a sudden you immediately go looking for somebody else to fulfill that. And I was like shook when Kat said, well, if your mom never got pregnant with me, would you have left her? And honestly, y'all, he answered the question, but didn't really answer the question if you ask me. He talked about what about Dana attracted him, but he didn't really confirm or deny. But it was still fine, because he said all that he could possibly say, and he felt bad about it. Like, you could see the lump, welling up in his damn throat. I really enjoyed this Ted. Wow, this is crazy. And then, like Kat said, she wound up leaving, almost feeling sorry for him, And I think it's all because of that. Anyway, and then also, you know, Bill calls him in after Dana pops up because she is pissed about him sending a cease and desist letter. And he calls him because he's like, yo, what are you doing about her? And of course, he's like, I ain't been doing nothing. I've been worried about my family. Well, you need to do something. You just went to go visit her. Why are you down there at the damn apartment? If you ain't trying to neutralize her, if you trying to stay away and keep her away. They're going to have to figure out something. I cannot wait. Like, in this episode, it was so much goodness. Kat capturing that pseudo confession on tape. I said, I know that's right. That's what she checked while in the middle of the recording, because your daughter fooled me once, shame on me. She got the whole thing of, you know, Dana basically like gloating of like, if this happened, or this is probably how it happened, and describing it to a T. I can't wait. You need to go ahead, call up Jacob, say, Jacob, I need to see this tape. And once you see that's the exact way that she described it, Father, your trollop, your mistress tried to kill mom's assistant. And now we could prosecute her. It was interesting to me that Eva was the one who like brought up that they could potentially bring charges against her. I was like, that's a choice. You gonna really tip off your crazy ass mama and basically potentially trigger her to go do some other wild Are you sure that's what you want to do? But I guess so, because it's your birthday and she ain't give a damn about it. Honestly, I don't think it's her birthday, y'all. The more I watch this, and I'll actually watch this episode twice, and I did a video talking about are Eva and Kat twins, and in that I talked about, I don't necessarily think that they're twins aside from being project twins. I would love the storyline of them being switched at birth. I think that this wasn't even Eva's birthday. I think that when we saw Dana give her a cake back on Kat's birthday, around closer to Kat's birthday, that's her actual birthday. And maybe Miss Girl forgot, because remember, she gave her the cake and she was like, oh, this is just to cheer you up, but this is your early birthday. But then today you magically forget her birthday. And then again, I didn't put this in there because I didn't see this before I recorded that video. But in this episode, when we're having a moment of the like pseudo confession, when Dana shows up at Ted's hotel and Kat's in there because he gave her a key, they did a bunch of close-ups on their faces, and like facial structure wise, y'all, I know it's casting and not really related, but facial structure wise, I feel like these were visual Easter eggs they was giving us, because look at the bridges of their nose. Like, there were so many like facial features that feel like they're communicating these two are family. And when I tell y'all, if it comes out that Kat is really Dana's daughter, I am going to lose it in the best way possible. And now that I think about, you know, Nicole and Eva, there's more a little bit like looking like there as well. And then when you look at Eva and Martin, they look much more alike than Martin and Kat. So I might have to build on that video that I already did. I introduced the topic there, so if you want to actually dive into that and see what my initial thoughts in reference to them potentially being switched at birth, make sure you go check out that video. I will link it down in the description box down below. For real, I won't mess up. Shout out to the subby that was like, Erica, the link's ain't down here. Get it together. I'm getting it together. What else happened in this episode? Y'all, they started the episode off with Ashley and Derek, and I don't want to spend all my breakdowns complaining about these Wonder Bread twins. But when I tell you, I do not kid it, this girl's uncomfortable with this man being in her house. It get like, y'all are all over each other, slobbing each other down at the hospital, slobbing each other down over at Orphe Jeans, and now all of a sudden y'all move together and you can't stand the sight of him, you can't stand the smell of him. Girl, what is... You fought tooth and nail to turn this studio apartment into a home, and this is your first home as an adult, and that's why you acting weird? Girl, you don't like this man. You might like the things that this man does to your nether regions, but you don't like this man. And can we get on with the get on, because y'all are wasting a whole bunch of minutes showing them having a bunch of sex and then showing them hating each other. And then showing him be simple, because you know that this girl was giving she don't like you, but you like her so damn bad, so you're like stepping over everything and like, oh, cowering to this. He come bring her a bunny down at the hospital, and she leave the bunny on the nurse's station when she walk away. Meanwhile, when Andre cute ass pop up, she over there hot and bothered, just I cannot. When I tell you Dani is right there, if they try to line Andre up with this whack ass vanilla white woman, bland, like Ashley is just so bland. She don't have nothing to her. If there was something up, but see, I can't even say that because Vanessa, I don't like her either, and she got a lot to her, but that's because she a trollop. I don't like that either. She got to be interesting and not a raggedy ass trollop. I don't think that's too much to ask. Ashley is boring. Like I said, every single time I mention her, I say the best thing about her is her hair, because she has really, really great hair. But her in this weird ass look, where she was just looking like girl, what is... Ashley, please. Keep the fireman, don't keep the fireman, don't matter. Stay your ass away from Andre. And y'all, less than 8 minutes, because we really don't care. We quite literally do not care. Oh, and we get to see Naomi in this episode not only checking on June, who we find out has pneumonia, and then she hands her over the picture that she left at Orphe Jeans, and I'm like, who is in the picture? It looked like 2 children, but it's so faded I can't really tell, so I gotta spend a little bit more time trying to get into Photoshop, see if I can make some shake, and I'll let y'all know. I'll keep you posted. You make sure you subscribe if you haven't already, because the moment I got a theory on that, y'all know I'm gonna post a video. But aside from her checking on June, her client, she also goes and runs down on Bill and happens to walk in on Bill when he's having a conversation with Ted. She like, typical. Look at y'all got the band back together. Shadier and shadiest. I love the amount of smoke that Naomi has for her dad. It is wonderful. I think it's healthy, and it's keeping him on his damn P's and Q's. Okay, I don't like that Bill put Ted in the position to lie, because you did tell that lady you was gonna snatch that damn baby out while she was in the red light, at the red light. You was going to snatch the baby out the car if she decided to have it, so she might want to think twice. You said you was going to kidnap this lady baby. And when Ted came and confronted you about it, you said, listen, you didn't tell me how to do it, so I got it done. Now you want to be telling your damn daughter a lie and then look at Ted like, see, Ted will tell you I would never do nothing like that. Bill, I be trying to like you. But you be back and forth into the shady side too damn much. Pick a damn lane. Be raggedy or don't. Be a menace or don't. Be trifling or don't. And I think that's pretty much it, y'all. Aside from the conversations that we got to see, so we got Kat, bouncing the ideas off of Chelsea, and then them, kind of commiserating over their cheating ass daddies, which I actually thought was a cool moment. But they have a great relationship anyway, so it's really like normal and nothing to write home about when you get to see Kat and Chelsea together. They're just like, they give more like sisters, but cool. But that's the thing that puts the battery in her back to go back to the hotel, to which she runs into Dana, which ultimately is the thing that works out really well. I cannot wait to see what is going to happen in tomorrow's episode. I also am going to be posting my next week on Beyond the Gates, because I did get the email from CBS already and I recorded it. However, I did record it before tomorrow's episode, so I'm only going off of everything up through today's episode in reference to making predictions for next week. Those will have the synopsis, and then after 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, they'll be available and posted for you to read on ericavane.com. So be sure to check the links that I have in the description box if you want more Beyond the Gates content. I also will be doing Forever, the show on Netflix by Mara Akil, live tomorrow, as well as my finally doing a Sinners live. So if you've seen either and you want to come chat with me live, be sure to do so. Turn on your bell notifications so you know the moment that I'm live. Let me know what you thought about this episode, and I'll see y'all in my next Beyond the Gates video.
Became totally sure that I belonged with your mother.
He's my dad. How do I do that? Welcome to my world. Feel any guilt about that?
Oh, you mean Nicole? Collateral damage. She deserved to know the truth anyway.